crack of dawn, Monday morning coffee strong, pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. You're a power stroke diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Packers going up against the Falcons. So let's get over to the ATL, Atlanta. Standing by our commentary team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Well, there's a new building set to open adjacent to us to the south, but for now they're still playing football at the Georgia Dome, and that's where we're located here in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. The play clock's running down, and some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Hundley. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing Hundley. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 20 that time, and it'll be a Green Bay first down.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
Back to throw now on first down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll need to get the... And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. To throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Let's go! Brian 38! Here we go! Brian 38!
They'll come out in the pistol. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
4 yards remaining now on second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And running room hard hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The play clock's running down, and they'll run it here. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. Time running out here on the play clock. Now on 3rd, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Taking on the midfield logo. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out here in the eye. Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
And he will find his man on the outside. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Falcons are going to get a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Now Boykin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Their big tight end from 6 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Call it a line loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. That's taken on the 25. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So the D-line's going to spread out. Boykin on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. For Boykin. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This will be fielded at the 17. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver, 82 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a 1st down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. On
2nd down, it's Boykin finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now the rookie Boykin firing quickly here, and that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing here, Boykin on first. And he's got his man on the out route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd down, here's Boykin. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go play action here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So the pressure was coming. Intentional grounding is the call, and that's a 10-yard penalty.
The pressure you noted, Brandon, came so fast. The quarterback wasn't able to get outside the pocket to ground the football.
They'll throw now on the final play. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down. Hey, Charles, you give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Falcons a first down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Flush to his right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I know the game continues to evolve, and we have a lot of exotic stuff nowadays. I can't help it. I love a good old-fashioned draw play.
Who's typically fooled on defense on a play like that, a successful draw play?
Typically, it's the defensive line that's fooled because they're just pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback. And once they create some space and you get past them, you usually have a long way to go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And I think the ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get it, push it, put people away. They want to run their offense and have
Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now Boykin on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Another pistol look here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10 now. Boykin. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the gun, it's Boykin. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here we go. Ohio.
On third down, Boykin. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Black round. Let's go. Black round.
Throwing, Hundley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here we go. Ohio.
Now Hundley. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Packers get a score closer. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. To throw is Boykin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go play action with Boykin. He's got time in the pocket. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll throw on first with Boykin. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Play action. Now Boykin. He'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now it's 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's go.
Third and goal. Boykin. Being chased out left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the play clock's running down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got time. Buying time to his left. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Throwing, Hundley. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Hundley. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on 2nd and 10 now. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now they'll run it on the toss. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. And now the Packers get set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time."
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's...